Okay, first, before we start, please check out the other videos of the QX70 S Elite Sport here and the Q50 S, which I reviewed as well. And please subscribe to the channel. So let me just go right away to the car and tell you all about it. Today I'm presenting you the Infiniti QX80 2015 model. This one is the one with a 5.6 liter engine, V8 producing 400 horsepower and 560 Newton meters of torque. Very powerful car, but at the same time it's a very heavy and very big car. It's 5.3 meters long, 2 meters wide, and can accommodate, depends on the version, between 7 to 8 people. Tons of space, very versatile, very flexible when it comes to the interior, and in my opinion a very good looking car. The previous version was not to my taste at all. However, this one, it looks really good. Has a lot of safety features on board. So let me just show you the interior, the boot, and then we drive. Okay, so how is it from the inside? First of all, I'm gonna start the engine because it's really hot. I think we have the first day around 40 degrees again here. As you've seen already when we came in, the seat automatically adjusts to the front and the steering wheel comes down. So basically it has an easy entry function where it pulls the steering wheel up and moves the seat back to get easier in and out for the driver. Then we have a lot of space. I don't have to actually show you the space because you will see it in the video and you can see it here already. If you cannot fit in this car, you have to be very big. So don't worry about it, it's very easy. We have this hand support, I don't know how you call that, to get in, and you need it because the car is very high. You have a step and that helps you to get in and out. Parking brake is the old school one, which I would like to see actually the new electronic ones. So you have the traffic light, you can take the foot off, so here you have to put it in neutral or keep on the brake. Other than that, everything is very easy to reach. Very nice finishing. A lot of things I'll show you when we're driving. Let me show you now how to get in the second and the third row, because this is one of the features of the car that you can accommodate a lot of people. So let's go. Okay, so I'll show you actually how to get in, because this is the thing. As you can see, it's quite a big step. That's why we have the step. So let me just show you. Use that handle here and then you're inside. Tons of space, as you can see. The seat is adjusted to me. Look how much space I have. I can sit like this. You don't find many cars where you can do that. We have the air vents here, which is nice. We have the armrest in the middle with 2 little cup holders, which is comfortable. And one thing that I really like, where is it? Is you can lean it back so you can go really comfortable if you drive long, or if you just don't like to sit very straight. And individually adjustable, obviously, to for both seats. Nice feature, as I'll demonstrate to you now, is that very easy entry to get in. In addition, we have the 2 screens here. We have the possibility to get to the fridge in the middle, little ashtray, 12-volt socket. For the for the passengers, we have the headphones, so you can watch DVDs or whatever you want to watch, and the AC adjustment you can do in the back. So we have 3-zone AC. I'm not going to go through the side. I'm just going to walk through here, and as you can see here, I can sit here comfortably, even on this seat. If I put the headrest up, I'm able to sit here. Very nice. And this one is the 8.3 version. And if you want to get out of here now from this spot, let me just put this one down. There's a button here, which actually doesn't do what I was thought it's doing. It's actually the adjustment of the seat here, which is very nice. So you can get more space, but you have to obviously keep in mind how much luggage you have. But look how comfortably I can sit here, and I'm 184 tall, so that's really tall. We have even height adjustable belts in the back, not in the third row though. But overall, a lot of space, very nice. People can sit here comfortably. I'm really amazed at how much space you have in this car. But obviously, with that measures or with that dimensions of the car, I would have wondered if you cannot fit the people here. So let's open it up and get out of the car, and I show you the boot. Okay, so the QX80 from the back, enormous car, as you can see. higher than me. First thing that I see is, or what you can see, is the protection of the bumper, which is good. And then when we open the boot, which you can do obviously as well through the remote control, and which I didn't tell you, actually you can start the engine as well through the remote control. So to close it, we have the button here as usual, and now it looks actually small, but if you have 8 people sitting in here, you can still put a stroller in here or some other stuff. We have a little compartment where you can put smaller things inside, and you can obviously fold the seats down. If we do that now, it takes a little bit of time, so that's what I mentioned as well. So if you're in a rush and it's raining outside, maybe you did it before, but if you just need a car for 5 people, this is the boot you're gonna get. So it's really, really big, and we have the 12-volt socket, as I said, little hooks to secure stuff, and in general, very flexible car, very versatile, a lot of space. So enough talking, let's drive. So the Infiniti QX80. Let's drive, and I'll tell you all how it behaves and what I think about it. So specs wise, okay, so it's a V8, it's a 5.6 liter, exactly, it's a 5,552cc engine, V8 producing 400 horsepower and 560 Newton meters of torque. However, this car needs all of that because it's really enormously big, huge, whatever I want to say. It weighs 2.73 tons, so 2,730 kilograms. It's 5.3 meters long, 2 meters wide, exactly 2.030 meters wide. So it's really difficult to park and to go through narrow spaces. So if you go anywhere in the garages that have tight turns, you might want to try it out first before you get the car. Otherwise you might have to redo your garage or your driveway. Now you sit very high, obviously. I sit on a level of like smaller buses and trucks, which is actually kind of normal here in Dubai. And it gives you a feeling of safety. Though at the same time, because the car is so heavy and so big, I would like to have a bit stronger brakes, in my opinion. They are good, but being used to sportier, smaller cars that stop much faster, that's a bit weird in the beginning. Another thing that's it's not so great to my liking is the steering. It's a bit insensitive, so it has a lot of way to go before it moves, and obviously the car starts then moving more because of the weight being much higher. The point of gravity is much higher. Fuel consumption is the thing that I always mention, and I have to mention here. It takes, let me tell you, I got it down to 5.3 liters, sorry, kilometers per liter. So it's roughly around 19 liters per 100 kilometers. In the beginning, when I picked it up, it was around 23 liters, which is really a lot. And I don't know, I mean, it has a 100-liter fuel tank, so let's say you get it to 20 liters down, you have a fuel range of around 500 kilometers. And this is with a lot of highway, with medium acceleration, so I wasn't really doing it hard, pressing it hard, or anything like that. So keep that in mind, the car will take a lot of fuel. What else can I tell? Space-wise, obviously you have tons of space. This one is the 7-seater version. You can get it as an 8-seater version as well, which gets the weight of the car a little bit up. I think it's around 30 kg more. Then what I like about the car is, and this was missing in the last review I had of the QX70 S Elite Sport, just check the link below. This one has the safety features on board. Not safety, but the driver assist systems. So you have blind spot assistance, you have collision warning, you have radar, you have adaptive cruise control. So basically, once I set the radar and the cruise control, it keeps distance and accelerates and decelerates by itself. It goes to full stop, and when you stop, for example, at traffic light, if you now go here and it recognizes the car, it will slow down to stop. It gives like a 3 seconds gap, and then it will beep and tell you, okay, put the foot on the brake, because it will start rolling afterwards again. What else? It's kind of difficult to get in and out in this car, I have to say, because it's so high. That's why you have this nice handles in all the seats, actually, all the doors, which is very, very handy. You have the board, which is on the bottom, to step on it, just to give you a little bit lower, like a lower step to get into the car, which helps a lot, but it's still kind of difficult, in my opinion, to get into the car because it's so high. Interior-wise, it's very nicely arranged. The buttons are all in reaching distance, the touchscreen in reaching distance, so I don't have to really lean forward. I have the remote controls for different systems, so here I have the radio and the telephone. Here we have the cruise control with the radar and the blind spot assistance. We have tons of space, we can put big bottles inside, which is good for the car. What I really like is we have a huge compartment here, which is actually a fridge, so you can start cooling it, and you hear it now. And what is cool about that, you can reach that from, let me see, where's the button? From both sides, so even the passengers in the back can actually get to it, which is a great thing. Very simple, but great feature. Then glove compartment is very big, the seats are very comfortable, obviously electrically adjusted, however they have no massage function, which would have been nice. We have, however, cooled and heated seats, so that is a feature that is really great. Especially the cooled seats here in this region is very good. So let me actually put them on in 3 settings. So 3 settings for cold, 3 settings for hot. We have the compartment for the glasses. We have the sunroof, as you can see. However, it's only a very small one, not a panorama roof. There's nothing in the back. Back side, we have tons of space. Enormously of space. And what I really, really like, I'm not going to do it now because I have some of my equipment here. You have 2 buttons actually to so automatically fold the seats down. So once I press that button here, one of them, left and right obviously, it will fold the back and it will fold the seat in the front, which is really nice. And this way you can help people getting in without actually getting out of the car. However, you have to manually put it back up. It's actually very easy to get in to the back, which you have seen already. And in general, it's a very comfortable car, and you feel very safe while driving it. So the only things I really have to criticize is the fuel consumption. I'm sorry, I know it's a big car and somehow it justifies it if you can take 7 or 8 people in it, but then the fuel consumption would go up as well, because you would add, I don't know, half a ton or even more weight, depends on how much the people weigh, to the base weight of the car, which is already 2,700 kilograms, right? So keep that in mind. Then acceleration is good, which I really like. I read 6.3 seconds. I'll just check it well, and either way you're gonna see it in the spec sheet in the beginning of the video. And other than that, it's great. Price-wise, the starting price for the QX80 in Dubai is 288,000 dirhams. We're next to Autodrome, so we have the racetrack here, and obviously depends on which spec level you take. There are 2 different spec levels available. And one more thing that I would like to say, which is not very easy to see, is the screen. Now you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in this camera or not. It's very reflective. It doesn't have much of a shade, so what I would like if you would have something that you can actually pull out and really darken the surrounding, because if the sun shines in a really weird angle, you're not going to see anything on it. What I really like is if you put the camera on, you have that the 4 cameras in the car, front, mirrors in the back, and that allows you to look to see the car from the top, as well as the camera in the front, or if I put it in reverse, obviously the camera in the back. However, as I said, it's very, very difficult to see in bright sunlight, and you have to be enormously careful with the sheer size of the car, especially when you get in and out of a parking lot or something like that, or when you park your car, because you just can't see where the car starts and you can't see where the car ends, because it's so long and so wide. So the camera helps. However, the resolution is very, very little, so I would have liked to have much easier to read screen with more shades to not have the problem with the sun, and to have it in a higher resolution, because the resolution is not very high. So it helps, but depends on the situation. Other than that, blind spot I have set. Mirrors are really, really good and big, and in general it's a nice car. I do understand the concept of huge 4x4s like this. If you have a big family, or if you have a family and you have a lot of stuff driving around, it's obviously not a pickup, Some people prefer pickups, some people prefer everything in the car. It's really a matter of choice. In my opinion, if I would have a big family, I most probably would prefer a van coming from Europe. The cars that we use for big families are vans, rather than 4x4s, because of the fuel consumption and because of the space we have available for parking cars. I mean, here it doesn't really matter. In America, it doesn't really matter because you have tons of space. Other than that, it's too big. Cup holders, I mentioned, ashtray, one more thing, the USB, sorry. It has a USB slot, but the biggest problem is it has a little flap here, and to get that one in, it's very fiddly, and if you're someone with sausage fingers, something bigger, you will have really a lot of trouble to get your fingers in. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Share it, like it, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and check Facebook for the interior pictures and all the details of the car. And I'll see you next time. Cheers!